Okay, hi friends. We're gonna do our first lesson. So it's like our small group lessons that we do at my center at the back. And then make sure to do your own independent Zern lesson sometime today with the goal of trying to get one Zern lesson done every day that we would be in school, okay? And I'll be checking on you online and sending dojo messages when I see that you guys are doing a great job keeping up with your lessons. So we're starting with our lesson today, and you can read the I can statement with me if you can see it. I can solve subtraction problems and use addition to check my work. So our action for the day today is solve. There's another action word here. Use. And actually one more. And check. So we're solving subtraction problems. But then after we do that, we're going to use an addition problem to check our work and see if it's correct. So I've written our first problem of the day here on the board. It's 430 minus 129. So first I just want you to look at this problem and think about, what do you notice? What do you see? What kind of strategy would you use to solve it and why? So I want you to think about that for a couple minutes. So when I'm looking at these two numbers, I'm thinking, these numbers aren't really close to the next 100. This one's not that close to 400, and it's not that close to 500. This one's not that close to 100, it's not that close to 200. But this one is really close to 30, and this one has a 30. So I'm thinking about if that could help me. If I wanted to solve this mentally, I could look here at these 10s and 1s and say, okay, can I do 30, take away 29? How many would that be? Just one? What if I did 400, take away 100? It'd be 300. So 301. So I'm thinking about that strategy worked for me. There's lots of other ways to solve. So how else could we solve? We could try the arrow way or a number line. So let's try a number line. Start at 430, and we have to take away 129. So I can take away 100 real easy by just taking away 1 from the hundreds place. So what would that give me? 330. Now I could take away 2 10s and then 9 1s. So I could take away 10 and 10. Taking away 1 10 would give me 320. Another 10 would be 310. And now I could take away the 9. 310 take away 9 would be 301. So I get the same answer either way. There's also lots of other strategies that we haven't shown here that we could also use to solve. But these are some of the ones that I thought might be quick and easy when I looked at the problem here. All right, so it's important for us to first look at the numbers and think about what we notice about the numbers before we choose a strategy. When I look at this one, and if I start thinking about the vertical method, let's see what would happen if I tried to use the vertical method. And I'll show you why I didn't choose it. I'll move it up a little bit. 430, take away 129. Is this ready to subtract? Can I subtract on the 1s? And I can't. And I noticed that earlier. I had a 0 in the 1s, and I wasn't going to be able to take away 9 1s. I would have to borrow. And I said, that sounds kind of tough, so that's why I didn't decide to use the vertical method for this strategy, for this problem. Even though I could, I thought I would try an easier strategy for this one. All right, so we're going to show you the next problem, and I want you to think about the numbers in this problem. And then I'm going to have you try and solve this one on your own. So just like we did with the word problem, you're going to need a piece of paper and something to write with. And then I'd like you to pause the video after we talk for a couple minutes. I want you to try and solve the problem and then come back and see if it's the same as my answer. And then later in the comment section of the video, you can say, Miss Anna, I got the answer, or Miss Anna, I used the arrow method, or I used the number line and it worked for me. And just let me know how you're doing, okay? So here's our next problem. 941, take away 587. Before we do anything, we're going to just look at the two numbers and see what do we notice about these numbers. What do we see? What do we think? So I'll give you a minute to think about it, and I'm going to think too. All right, so I'm thinking, do I want to use mental math, use the arrow way? And I'm going to check first to see what I think about it. I'm going to have to do 1 take away 7. Is that easy to do? I'm going to have to do 4 take away 8. Is that easy to do? So this one might be a tricky one to do with mental math because I have 41 in the tens and ones place and 87 in the tens and ones place. Much smaller here than here, so it looks like mental math might be tricky for me. So I'd like to try a different strategy for this one. So maybe here, I'll use my hundreds, tens, and ones chart. But even doing that, I know I'm going to have to decompose. And how do I know I'm going to have to unbundle or decompose? Because I'm not going to have enough ones to take away 7. And I'm not going to have enough ones to take away 4. So I know I'm going to have to unbundle twice. So I'll start by putting my big number in here. So how many hundreds should I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, I forgot to tell you to pause. So if you haven't solved it on your own yet, go ahead and pause the video and then come back after you chose your own strategy, okay? Or you can finish this strategy if you'd like and then come back and check your answer with me. Okay, so now if you're back, I hope you solved. So we've got 900, then I'm gonna do 40 and 1. Now I need to take away. And like always, we start in the ones. And I need to take away 7 ones. Can I do that? I cannot. So I'm going to be really clear here about what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I can take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's time to take away 10s. Can I take away 8 10s? I cannot. So I'm going to unbundle and borrow and be really clear here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now can I take away the 8 10s? I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I have to take away the hundreds. So I've taken away the ones, I've taken away the 10s, now I have to take away the hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I've taken away all that I need to, so now it's time to just check my answer. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10s, 1, 2, 3 hundreds. Is this the same answer that you got? So now what I'm going to do is check my work. I can check it by doing another strategy, but like our learning target said, we're going to use addition to check our work. So I'm going to use an addition strategy, and I'm going to see if I get my total. So here I have part, total. So if I write an addition strategy to try and check my work, what two numbers am I going to add together? I'm going to add together the two parts. So I would add 587 and 354, and I'm going to see if that gives us our total. So I have 7 plus 4, I can put 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, carry the sneaky 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus 1 more is 14. Got to carry the sneaky 10 again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 941, does that match our total? And if it does, then it can tell us that our work was correct. So using this addition strategy means that our part plus our part should give us our total. And if it doesn't, then we need to check back and see if there might be an error somewhere in our work. I'm I'm going to give you one more problem to try on your own, and then in the comments on the video, I want you to leave what strategy you got, what strategy you decided to use, and what answer you got. And we'll see if you got the same answer as me. So I'll give us our last problem today. All right. So 624 minus 225. And before you start, we're going to look at the problem again. Look at the numbers. What do you think about them? What do you notice? Are they close to other numbers? Are they close to each other? Look in the ones and tens place and see if you think mental math is going to be easy, if you think you'll need a vertical method or a hundreds, tens, and ones chart, or maybe a number line to help you. I want you to try it on your own and try a strategy on your paper. And then, like I said, tell me what you got for your answer, what your strategy was in the comments. And I'll also post what the correct answer was. Or you could also have a parent check for you or check on a calculator. But I want to remind you too, you can check your own work by using an addition strategy to check your work. So what you'll do is you'll add your two parts together and see if they get you your total. So which number here is our total? 624, and our parts are 225, and we don't know the other one. So when you get that answer, you can add these two and see if it gets you your total. And if it does, then you can check your own work and you don't need me to tell you if your answer was correct or not. So my friends, I really miss you. Please send me pictures or videos of what you're doing at home. And I'm going to keep posting videos for you guys so that we can do math together. Keep working on your Zern, and I'm so proud of you, and I hope I get to see you guys soon. Miss you guys. Love you.